Are you kidding me? Mike Alessi is going to try to get back on the motorcycle. I have never seen an effort quite like this.
There goes Vincent on that 87, and there's Richardson behind him in the neon color.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, right into him, takes him out, and Richardson passes them both.
That was aggressive.
That was very aggressive.
Just in front of the 377.
Here they come in with an aggressive block pass up the inside. Boy, he wasn't planning on making that corner unless he made a little bit of contact. I don't know if something went on earlier, but
yeah. Did you see Vincent? He had his hand on his seat trying to hold himself up.
Well, you get in that position on the outside, and there's really nothing you can do. You just hope the guy don't hit you quite that hard up the inside.
Morton still holds his spot on Sipes. Sipes gets together with him. They both go down. Morton and Sipes come together as this one really heated up with just 2 laps to go.
2 laps to go. We'll take another look at that, but for Wharton here, he had a solid podium ride going. And watch what happens here. As he comes in, he tries to make the turn, and Sipes just comes over. That's way too hard, way too aggressive right there. When you take yourself down, if you've got the front wheel, you can stop the rider's momentum, but he just came in and nailed him.
And so what you're looking at right there is Brock Hepler down.
Tough break for the 18-year-old.
Here he is on the yellow bike, out in front. Grant Langston diving underneath to give him a, hey, what's up? That's the guy you picked to win the race, by the way. You got to give them every consideration.
Right now, the Davey Little pickup, Davey Millsap is out in front as Brock Hepler is remounted. He is back in the game.
As they swap the lead once again, Reed back to the inside. Oh, contact, and Stewart's into the top line. Oh, it's starting to heat up now.
What an aggressive move by Chad Reed. And Stewart made the pass. Chad sees the door wide open. And that's Stewart's teammate, Kyle Chisholm.
And Chisholm almost gets into Reed, and instead he goes down.
That looked pretty aggressive from this
It
seat.
looked awful aggressive for a rider who was being lapped.
Watch this here. Watch. Chisholm steps off and just comes. He almost gets into his teammate. Has to really get on the binders to keep from knocking Reed completely off the track.
There's no business going that hard into that corner with 2 leaders in front of you.
James Stewart's teammate Kyle Chisholm just got pulled off the racetrack. He's over in mechanics area right now by John Gallagher with the FIM. He's obviously pretty upset. He's riding back to the pits.
You like to see that. You love seeing groups of riders because you know that you can pick them all off. Oh, Anderson makes a mistake.
Osborne comes right back at it and knocks him down.
Well, Anderson comes from the outside, cuts over on him pretty harshly to where he even makes his own mistake. Osborne says, okay, I'm going to come back to the inside. Pretty aggressive.
Wow. Some aggression from Osborne.
And that's going to cost him that 6th place.
Reed unable to do that rhythm section. He was only able to double in, and Carmichael triple, put him into the top blocks.
Puts him in the top blocks. The crowd goes crazy. Everybody on their feet here at Chase Field.
We talked to these guys earlier about driving the rhythm section of being aggressive.
Putting down some good lap times, and Weimer has now closed up. Oh!
Stewart through the woods, right up the inside on Wyndham, and stuffs him up to the top of the berm. Then with a look over his shoulder, motors off. But here comes Wyndham. He's not done yet. And Weimer might have something to say before this heat race is over.
Well, Travis's lap time, 57.92. That is extremely fast. And here he comes again, making a run. Pulls off what many have never been able to think about doing. He passes Ricky Carmichael. And there you go. Carmichael and Pastrana get together. Pastrana's down, Carmichael gone.
And the boos come back. This happened last year in Indianapolis when Ricky gave Travis a little nudge. Ricky went in there and gave him a nudge and pretty much sent him down.
And with just 2 laps to go, Ricky Carmichael is slowing down and Pastrana has pulled off the track.
Now he'll go to the semi, he'll regroup for that, but I think he might have damaged the bike a little bit and there was no point in staying out there. Pastrana made a good clean block pass at the end of the whoops, but most riders would be like, okay, well, you know, it was going to happen sooner or later. It finally happened. Now see if I can learn something from. They are not happy with this kid. I don't know if they did anything that wrong, but they didn't like it. Listen to this.
And I think we hear a mixture of boos and cheers.
When I got in front of him, he like gassed it and ran into the back of my tire, you know, like when he passed me over there, I let off and made sure he was clean in front of me and nothing happened. He just got a little over anxious, but he was riding good.
Now it's time to get a little dirty here. Come on, Vince, get in there.
Oh, he did! He got right up in there! But it wasn't aggressive. Man, you can't waste time looking backwards. If you do that, you might make a big mistake here. Now look at them all stacking up in there! Oh! Right into your living room!
As you can see him coming through the whoops, you got Ripple and Davenport.
Gibson
just gets
right
it
there.
out. He hangs off the back and just. Here it comes one more time. Gibson just comes into that muddy turn and just puts the hit on.
Right into the
That would have been unreal on 3D.
And Moss right there battling with Short. And now we see where did he come from? The 33 of Josh Grant. Understandably, here comes Grant right by him. Oh, he takes it down! That is the worst case scenario for Mike. Can he even get up? Can he even stand on that bad leg?
You can just tell by the body language that there's a lot of pain.
This is horrible.
Watch how this line here comes. These lines come together right here. This one came this way, right? And Josh Grant just came in there. He's known as being an aggressive rider. And hey, you're out there, do the best you can.
Meanwhile, Mike just keeps on riding.
And keep in mind, this could be for no points, this moto.
Yeah, he has pulled out the track. So Mike has given up.
He's looking over. He knows Swink's coming. He's trying to do all he can to hold him back there. I think he looks tired.
Trying to pick up that one spot, and he's definitely looking for a pass. He shows him the wheel, tries to cut back underneath. This is the Brian. Oh, and he hit him. They collide. Number 10, Swink, bounced up over the berm.
And Button may be hurt. He's pretty slow getting up. Well, he's hurt.
Yeah, he went out wide, and I think Swink was just a little irritated by it and said, here, take that.
Boy, I tell you what, he gave him a little body slam up the inside and described the feeling as helpless, perhaps, for Button. There was nothing he could do to respond. He was holding his shoulder a little bit. Now he's up and on his feet. Let's see if he's going to make an effort to get back on that motorcycle and get back into it.